me and they see other Maasai girls who have thrived by education and have not gone through the cut and they're still doing well and they have developed their families, they want that. Because you see that, you look at your neighbor's family and they educated their girl, you see the kind of benefits they are receiving, their houses have changed, their lives have changed, and they also want that. So when they see the change through education, they are able to want it more for themselves. So I interact a lot with women, young, with old and young women, because I knew if at all we are to transform the community, it's the women who nurture the girls. It's the women who, even me, I'm like this because my mom brought me up in the right way. So we interact with women and try to shift their minds, just show them. We don't force upon them because if you force, they'll shut down. Yeah. Yeah. So what we do is small conversations every time we gather.
How do the conversations look like?
So sometimes I engage those women who are educated, and we try to just show them and weigh on the conversations on, look at this girl and this girl, look at the kind of difference there is with this girl who's educated and this other girl who's not, and maybe has gone through the cut. And we're trying to show them that there's really no benefit. That was just a mindset. It's all in the mind when you say that a girl only becomes a woman when they're cut.
I see. Okay. But like I said, you still find some mothers who cannot let go of their practice, and they secretly or openly want their daughters to go through the same. And then even if they're not putting it publicly as it was, it's a secret thing, right? So how do you deal with them? Because you see, even the young women want to please, you know, their parents. They hold them dear, you know. So there's a whole lot of emotion going on in there, and it's very hard.
It is a challenge, and we must first recognize that there are those who've gone before us, and they have made the impact because it has reduced. Only that there are still parts of Narok that still do it, and it's good that the government passed the law. So nowadays, you know, the chiefs, if there's a girl who's been cut in your location, that chief is the one who's responsible, and they'll be the one held accountable for that girl. So if they're found out by the chief, then it becomes a big deal. The problem comes in when it is done in secret, and that's something we are still working on. I can't say we have really found the solution, but by engaging the women at one-on-one level, then you can be able to shift the mindset. Because if someone's mind is still in the back kitambo where it's a must, no matter what you do, they will find a way to do it.
And when you say in secret, how do those circumstances look like? Are they, you know, whisked away in the night, or, you know, has there been a pattern that has been established for someone to say, okay, this is the pattern of this secrecy?
So first of all, it's when the girl is growing up, the mom keeps on instilling that knowledge in her. You know, once you tell her that it is important, this is the rite of passage, those who don't do it are not, they're going against our cultures, and you know, Maasais love their culture. So if a girl grows up and the mother keeps on telling her that, she won't resist. So she'll tell, the mother maybe will tell the girl that we'll do it in secret, because if we are found out, tutashikwa. Do you want us, unataka tushikwe, unataka wazazi wake waende jela? Hakuna. So for the love of the family, they do it in secret, like at night, and it's done by the old women. Yeah, and I think that's the only way. It's very hard to detangle that, because even when you're interrogating, even when I was doing the survey, trying to find and see how many girls, like they won't say, they won't open up that they've been cut, because they have gone through some training prior to the activity.
Oh, I see. So they know how to hush, and they know when to say what to say, right? Now, you're fast forward, you're in university, you're studying law, you're in the moot court.
Yes.
You're doing well for yourself. Now, the pressure in town is different, and also the kind of exposure you have is different. And then now you take the financial means, like what you do, and then you take that understanding back home to young girls. So what kind of discrepancies have you seen that you can take from the town and then now shed a light back home and tell young girls, this is how you can get financially able and trust yourself and even take care of your families?
So I can say also, first of all, let me start with high school. When I went to high school, I was shocked, because I went into this space and people were different. Their dreams were different. We had young girls at the age of 14 having businesses, because I had a classmate who had opened a baking business, and she was doing deliveries during the holiday. So I was looking at it, I was wondering, like, you guys are just so young, you already establish yourself, and that's what I want to take back home. So even we encourage the girls to do these beadworks. They're done by girls. They do it for fun, but now we are trying to show them that you can also do it and earn money for yourself, because we also face a challenge of girls being lured by very little money, by boda boda. Mostly it's the boda boda mwenye anampeleka shule, ama the guy who delivers things at home, ama the friend of the uncle or the friend of the brother. So maybe they're exposed kidogo and they have a little money. So when they give her, ukimpatia 200 or something, or just lunch, or promise her fortune, she will fall for it, not because she's loose or not because she doesn't have morals. It's just that she doesn't know any better. You know, it looks like it's something glamorous. Because when you bring girls even to Nairobi, because we had, we partnered with an organization called Dignified Children International, and we brought girls from our home to come to Nyeri and see, it was a camp. And when you tulifika Nairobi, like the way people were, they are so astonished by cars and buildings, and it was, and I realized that I've been taking it for granted, because I saw like the excitement of a girl when they're seeing these things. And that's why you find that akimletea some promises, they'll fall for it just because they don't know any better. And that's why you need to take that exposure back home and show them that you can earn something for yourself, you can do something. Some people even plait hair, and they don't even know that plaiting hair
can make you
it's
money.
a source of income.
Right. So with that empowerment that now you, like you're wearing beadwork from those girls, right? Now that they're able to, those ones who are able to earn even a little money, how has it changed their perspective? Now when they get the same challenges from the boda boda or those friends of uncles and stuff like that?
It actually makes the boda boda guys angry, because they can't be lured. Like they can't be lured, because you go to them, you want to give them at the airtime, or you want to give them essentials like sanitary towels or oil, because they can afford. So they tell you, I have that, so what do you want? They're able to get that confidence to say no, and that confidence to know that with or without you, I can do it. You know, with or without you, I can still achieve my dreams, and that I'm capable of reaching where I want to be, even without you destroying my future by giving me some little money or some little tokens.
I see.
Yeah.
And now you see, that has earned you some trust with the mothers of these young ladies. You're telling me even a woman who is 60 years old, right? So how did that camaraderie start? You know, because you had to leave the example. I mean, their parents, they're women who've been there. So by the time I'm leaving my kid in your hands, there has to be a lot of trust.
So first of all, before I started, I talked to my mom and I asked her, how can I get close to women? How can I be able to build this connection? Because there's also a lot to learn from them. There's a lot to learn from these older women. So we started beekeeping activities, where I reached out to Smarks Foundation. They do a lot of beekeeping, so they brought us the training, and then we reached out to the Mara Sugar Company, who gave us the beehives. And we've been having the beekeeping training. They see the benefits and they see how much they can get from it. I also joined chamas ya wamama na pia mimi natoanga pesa yangu, so
nakwanga committed.
Nakwanga committed. So I joined that chama, and then during chama meetings, sasa nikiwa holiday, when I go to Narok, I am like the secretary, so I do the writings, I bring them like new ideas of how we can do our things. For example, we are starting tree nurseries as chamas. And you know, they're very excited about that, and also kitchen gardens, bringing them people who can educate them. And you find that they're actually excited once they know, even you see their faces once they get to know these things. So that's how I've been able to have my way with women.
That is so interesting, because you know, from a community where culture is, you know, ingrained in the way that it is, it's so important to gain the trust, especially of your elders. Now, how do you work around changing the mind shift of the young people? Because even if, let's say, they're empowered and they were maybe used to the whole border thing, the whole aspect of what you just explained, it's also not easy for someone to live that. And they're growing up, they're teenagers.
So I'll start with the problem is being idle. When someone is idle, they cannot get the chance to talk to the border men, so we keep the girls busy. For example, if you give them this beadwork to be doing, it's offering another solution, offering what, an alternative for what they'll be doing. Instead of now being idle and being lured by these men, then they're having something to do, because when you're occupied, you're less liable.
Like, yeah, you're not distracted.
Yeah, you're not distracted.
You're busy and you have a purpose also.
And then also there's power in words. There's power when someone talks to you, when someone identifies you, when someone affirms what you have, when someone looks at you and tells you you're beautiful, and someone looks at you and commends your work, commends how you behave, or commends something good about you. So instead of getting these affirmations from the men or from other people, getting it from family, also encouraging parents to affirm their girls by themselves, so that they don't go look for those affirmations outside. So we also go to schools and we talk to girls, and you know, when they see one of them thriving, they all want to thrive. And I've also reached out to like girls my age who are Maasai, because there are very many empowered girls, so we also reach out to them. So when you go to schools, I go with them and they see how well we are doing. Others tell them about their businesses, others talk about what they've learned in school, and they all want to get there. So they get that motivation that I can also do even much better than them.
I see. Wow. All right. We're taking a short break, but we'll be back with more of this conversation. Do stay with us.